Molly Mae said we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and I kind of agree with her. I love hustle culture. I thought this would be such a controversial video for me to film, considering last year I filmed why I'm no longer participating in hustle culture. Let's start off with defining what hustle culture means. Hustle culture can be defined as a lifestyle where your career has become such a priority in your life, or the environment that you work in, that other aspects of being human, such as hobbies, family time and self-care, often take a backseat. That being the definition of hustle culture for me automatically creates an oxymoron, because essentially my hustles are my hobbies and a form of self-care. If you're an individual like me who's always switched on to get all of these ideas out of my head and feel peace, I have to do the work. I have to go after what I want. Otherwise, I'll just be bouncing back between shoulda, coulda, woulda. When you go onto YouTube and you type in hustle culture, a whole bunch of negative stuff comes up, and I don't like that. I don't like that. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to like to work, as long as it's not to the detriment of yourself. Likes of Gary Vee and those other hustle culture gurus that tell you you need to spend every waking second working on that. If you haven't put every penny towards what you're trying to go after. Where I say I will agree with those hustle culture YouTubers is that there is a difference between the people that actually nail and hone in on their craft than those that don't take it as seriously. I mean, it's just facts. Like, Beyonce isn't actually Beyonce for no reason. Word to Molly Mae. I was thinking yesterday, how will I get you guys to see and agree with everything I have to say? But you don't have to. You living your best life is going out. If you don't want to do anything after work and you just want to switch off and watch a bunch of Netflix.
Because while you were sitting around, waiting, doing niche, I was out making moves.
I mean, I do what makes me happy, and that's working. But for those that are like me, that love working, let's create a community, 24/7 club. We're gonna hear more about that soon. I would love to create a hub where it's normalized to have what the greater population would deem an unhealthy working habit. Sorry, it's just funny because I have completely done a 180 and I'm so much more happier now than I was when I was doing hustle culture the wrong way, and happier than I was when I was just resting all the time. Hustle culture for me is not deemed as burnout culture or grind culture. I feel like when you start using words like burnout, it actually makes it a negative. When I was hustling last year, I was always on the verge of a breakdown because of the amount of pressure I put on myself and aiming to be a person and do things that I actually wasn't interested in. And this is why I blame social media. It kind of makes you distort your personalities and your ideas of what you want in life. From doing hustle culture how I want to do it, I just focus on myself. What does career culture want? What does she want to achieve? What does the bigger picture look like for her? And it's taken out all the comparison for me. People that are actively working on themselves and whatever grind that they're on, there's almost this tunnel vision. I need to get where I'm going and I'm not looking left or right. It's about me, what I want to achieve. It's more about the journey. Like, you'll be in the trenches sometimes, and when you get out, you just look back and you're like, if I can do that, I'm unstoppable. I can do anything. And hustle culture has instilled something within me where I am not afraid to go after whatever I want. If that's how I want to live my life, I'm just trying to be me.
I'm here to enjoy myself, GC style, do you know what I mean? I just want to be me.
why hustle culture for me has completely changed, because last year, for the last quarter, I took time off social media, and that is when I truly started to learn the value of working towards things that I am passionate about, not what social media tells me I should be doing. I love being intentionally busy, working towards my goals. It doesn't have to be entrepreneurial. For me, a lot of my time spent out of work is also to do with my 9-to-5 professional job. I don't see myself leaving the corporate world. Like, this is where I want to be. I love this space. So looking at qualifications that I want to take, studying for those qualifications, doing extra learning to make me so highly skilled and valuable in my role that I'm indisposable. Guys, I'm loving this tea, this mug glass, by the way. It's completely for aesthetics too. Like, this is the only one I have in my house, and I bought it from Asda for like £1 as well. Where hustle culture becomes dangerous, I would say it may not be for you, is when you start to feel pressure and try to seek desires that aren't natural to yourself. I had to change my mindset to be able to get it right, and I'm not working myself into the ground. I'm doing work as long as it makes me happy. As long as it makes me happy. When it comes to me saying I agree with Molly Mae's statement, I don't necessarily agree with everything she had to say, but I get the premise of it. And I'm going to admit, I do have privileges. I have the privilege of having the freedom and the time to be able to go after whatever I want to do, whereas others may not. Guys, please understand, I am not here to tell you you need to be working as much as I do or as much as Molly Mae or Beyonce does. Like, no. Okay, you're almost looked down upon if you ain't got anything going on outside of your 9-to-5, and to be honest, if you don't, then who cares? Who actually gives a toss, as long as you're happy? And to caveat that, because I've been in that position before where I've had ideas but I've been too scared and not bold enough to go after them. If that is you, then and if you can, do it. Like, you just don't know what could happen. So that's pretty much all I have to say about hustle culture. I'm going to go now and continue with my working day on a Saturday, and you know what, I'm happy about it, and I'm gonna probably finish in the late evening, so there you go. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, guys. Remember to smash that subscribe button, give your girl a massive thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.